What's good, everybody? It is time for another Fair Shake review, and this time we're going to be talking about Big Sean and Hit Boys, What You Expect. Now, for people who don't know, Big Sean to me is an artist who has grown over the years on me a little bit, just a little bit, because he's been an artist who's been able to come with some decent raps here and there. Definitely always tended to have some pretty good production, but not everything always really sold me. Sometimes it just seemed like he would almost seem like he's trying a little too hard to be cool, but there's been other times where I'm like, okay, that was actually kind of witty. Good job, man. And so as he begins his venture without good music, I was excited to see what was going to happen. So as we go in, I'm just going to talk briefly about a couple of the songs. I wrote a little bit of notes here. So starting off with Chaos, I think it was a super hard intro, and it's like that perfect motivation music, that the stuff you throw on at the gym, and you're just gonna go. That is just that hype. The punchlines were dope. He went in. Just very strong start. Then it goes into it. And I thought it had a very interesting intro from Nas. There were definitely a couple like really clever lines in there, or ones that just really give you a genuine chuckle. Like one I noted here was gave your album like 2 or 3 listens, swear that is your better frisbee. I was like, what? Then there's also a beat change at the end of the song as well that kind of came out of nowhere. I did not expect it at all. It took a little bit to figure out how Big Sean was switching his flow over it, but once he got into it, it was fine, and I like that one as well. Then we get into The One, and I thought it was a super smooth sample flip, because they had that R&B sample. For right now, the name of the song is escaping me, but it just so happens to be the same sample that EXO used on Ya Ya Ya, which is like one of my favorite tracks from them that I've heard so far. And so I kind of like the EXO flip of that sample a little bit better. But hey, but yeah, the song itself is not too bad. It's hit or miss with some of the punchlines, and unfortunately, it's one I won't be returning too much. Next is Loyal to a Fault, which is some of the first features on here, with Bryson Tiller and Lil Durk. I thought that Bryson snuck into the chorus like pretty sneakily, and that was kind of nice how he did that, because he wasn't on the first chorus, but all the choruses afterwards he sneaks in there and sings a bit. But yeah, this is a relationship song where where Big Sean usually shines in. He usually shines in songs about females and relationships and stuff like that, but this one I just kind of found boring. From both Big Sean, Lil Durk, Andy Bryson's rap verse at the end, well, his verse at the end was not really that entertaining to me. Then we get into Offense, with Babyface Ray and 42 Dugg. This is kind of like on the Detroit gangster tip. Like you can really feel like that familiar, oh, this is for the hood kind of song. But to me, everybody on this track was kind of uncharismatic outside of 42 Dugg, who had the last verse. Like he brought a little bit more energy to the way he was rapping, and I enjoyed that, but everything else from it wasn't for me. And then What a Life, the single, the one that came with the music video, I thought that it was an alright song. It made me like really know that, oh, he's finally back with another project. And I thought there's like some cool small changes to the beat throughout, but Big Sean, unfortunately, just kind of gave mid bars throughout the whole track. Like it, once again, it's just kind of hit or miss with the punchlines, and it's just like, that was alright. That wasn't that hot. This is alright. Nothing that made me go, wow. And to me, after listening to this project, this here is just a true example of the decentness of Big Sean. He's just a decent rapper. You know, he just he just lacks some interesting content for me to have me come back to his songs. There's times where I'm like, you know, he knows how to rap. He knows how to rap. Can he make really great songs? Sometimes. It's really hit or miss. It's all I could really say. And that's why I only was able to come out of this with 2 songs, Chaos and Into It. Those ones I would come back to. The other 4, it's like, even if the beats are dope, the rhyming over it isn't enough for me to return to it. So props to Hit Boy and Big Sean. I'm excited to see, you know, what's to come, especially since this is supposed to be a teaser for an album he's working on. So maybe he's saving the good stuff for the album. But I'm full support of him going off on his own venture, label wise, separate from Good Music. So, you know, hopefully that goes well, since he's still one of the notable figures in hip hop. But, you know, it's just in like the current gen hip hop, but you know, he's still not really one of my favorites or go-to rappers to check out. So that's how I feel about it. But I want to know what you guys think. I definitely feel that there's gonna be some people who enjoy it, but I have heard some Big Sean fans even say they were a little bit disappointed with this project. So let me know if you're one of those people who enjoy it or if you dislike it. So leave that in the comment section below. If you liked this review, you can hit the like button if you're there on the YouTubes, and you can subscribe as well. And then also, just lastly, I do have a Patreon. If you'd like to help support your boy, you can be able to continue to make this content. I have that linked in the description box, and you could just go to patreon.com/bulletmaster5 directly if you don't want to click there. But yeah, that's all I got for you today. So until next time, much love, peace.